Yeah. Well, we're here.
Welcome to the first ever political degenerates podcast.
That's not happening.
It's
that
definitely
didn't
not
tell
fucking
you?
happening.
Yeah, that's what we're doing today.
Well, Alex isn't here, so I don't think we can officially have that podcast.
Not yet, he's not. Not yet, he's
Yeah.
not.
Oh,
Oh,
there...
is that what we? Oh, damn!
I sent the invite. We'll see. We'll see if he
Oh,
joins.
shit.
Nice.
How's everything in your guys' football life?
I overspent on guillotine,
Yeah.
but it's exactly what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to wait for a top 5 receiver and go all in on him. I did that. Plus, I got Josh Allen, so I was pretty stoked at that. So we'll see how it pans out.
It sucks not having money. Not having any money left is like the worst. Like I can't believe I've eked by this long. Like with my team it's like ridiculous, dude. Like
This whole league's ridiculous, dude. Wrong people lose, right people, dude. It's just a wild league.
yeah. I think I still have, because I can't pick anybody up. I don't have the money to, and I'm trying to like
You have like $6.
$3. Actually, I have $2 now, I think, because I got who did I pick up? No, I have Zach Ertz. I picked up another tight end because I thought I might need him, but who knows? I tried to get a running back. I tried to get a wide receiver. Had no luck. Of course, I don't have any money for those guys.
I wish Sean's team would just lose a second one so we could turn trades on and just finish out the league.
There's good players. There's good players that went unclaimed.
Yeah,
so, I mean, you must not have tried that hard. Yeah. Like, I know DJ Moore has had a couple of bad weeks, but he went unclaimed. Nobody put even a single $1 bid in on him.
Well, that's not true. I had him as a $2 contingency player, but I got the guys ahead of him. So I would have got him if the other guys were gone.
Well, I guess that means the guys I tried to get were too popular. They got swooped up. You know
dude,
what I mean?
might have to drop Harrison Jr. He's like the lowest scoring guy on my team.
Wow, look at that flex.
Not that big of a flex. He's not scoring very many points this year. He's name only.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. But
I'm choosing to focus on positive. I'm still undefeated in one league, 9-0 in the league that I'm going for a three-peat. So although I'm not number 1 in power rankings, Joe is ahead of me technically in power rankings. I'm on the right track in one league to get my three-peat, and in my $500 dynasty, I'm still tied for first place. So those are the two leagues that I'm excited about, that I have opportunity to win some real money. Well, I guess the dynasty isn't really any money, but I'm also in a $200. No, I'm sorry, is that a 200 or 300? I think that's a 300 that me and Sean are in, his work league, and I'm in third place in that. So I've got some good irons in the fire right now.
Nice. I'm happy to hear that for you. My football weekend was just trash, man. I lost, but guillotine, I pulled it out, so I didn't feel bad about that. But I lost to the cousin.
Ben, focus on the positive. Don't focus on the fact that you and I are in 11th and 12th place in our main league.
Okay.
Let's not
focus on that. Okay.
No, we're gonna focus.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, I won in guillotine. I mean, I made it in guillotine, and Empire League. Me and Ryan are still kicking ass, so that's a positive.
Dude, I just noticed today something about Empire League. If you go to the standings on Empire League and you click on playoff race, I'm in 11th place, so second worst in the playoff race. But then when you go in,
we're all tied
power rankings, when you go in power rankings and you sort by points, I'm third from the top. I've got the third points, but I'm nowhere near the playoffs in that league.
Well, dude, there's only one person out of that, and that's Dre. Everybody else is within a game of each other. It's ridiculous. A game and a half. I mean, four win. Everybody has 4, 5, or 6 wins. It's so tight, dude.
Yeah,
so tight.
Me by 1 point. That was a fucking shitty one.
What was that?
You beat me by 1 point this past week in that league.
Yeah, asshole. You didn't even come on and say good game after I good gamed you, dog. You're the only guy.
You know what? I've been meaning to talk about
this weekend.
Oh, let's talk about it, because I
bullshit.
Go for it, Nate. I want to hear what you have to say.
We've been talking about new rules a lot on this podcast, and if you could make any rule and enforce it without a vote, what rule would you do? You know what rule I would enforce? Stop with all this fucking GG bullshit. Like, when did this become an epidemic of GGs? Every morning I would fucking GGG. Who gives a fuck? What's with all the sportsmanship? Get the fucking GGs out of here. That's what I want to say.
So years past, all the years past up until this year, I've always said, I don't want to wish guys good luck. Fuck that. I don't want you to win. I want to win. Why would I fucking wish you good luck? Okay. But this year, the first 8 weeks, I wished everybody I played good game ahead of time in all leagues. Then I think it was the week that I played Nate in the main league, I stopped doing that. Not because of you, just because nobody else is doing it. But when you get a good game afterwards, a little sportsmanship, dog. Come on.
I appreciate the pre-game.
And I've seen you good game other people
it's
back.
It's going to be a good one today. I'm looking forward to it. No, you won't find any GGs from me, brother.
Ever?
In fact, I responded to a GG this week with a GFY. No, that was to Bobby, but
you're hardcore, dog.
Yeah.
It never used to be like this. Our leagues didn't used to be.
Dude.
It's just this year. It's nonstop GG, bunch of
dude.
Fucking...
I did it to everybody the first 2 months of the season. Every league. Well, the 3 leagues we're in together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stopped. It got old. Fuck that. It's not helping me, so fuck off.
Yeah,
I only GG when it helps me.
Yeah.
No, but I do believe that. I've never felt wishing guys they're playing good luck before. I don't get this sense in that at all.
You wish me luck when we play. When we usually play, you always usually reach out and wish me luck.
You're my little brother. You're the only guy that I'm okay losing to. If my little brother wins, I'm good, dog.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just as happy.
Family's winning. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I got a good game from Jeff before the game was over, and I thought that was a little asshole move. Jeff, I'll be honest.
Was it over though?
No, it was over. I couldn't come back and beat him. He just still had players playing, or the game was still on, and I was like, and it made me reach for my phone, thinking, "Wait, did I win? Or is there any possible way that I came back and won this thing?" But of course not. No, that's not what happened. So I immediately was like, "Fucking Jeff."
Steve almost did a jinx himself. GG. Who was it? He's playing on Monday night against Alex, and Alex needs a certain number of points to pass Steve. I think 30 points or something like that. And the one player that Alex had playing gets hurt and leaves the game. I forget who it was. Let me see. Anyways, regardless of who it was, as soon as that player gets hurt and leaves the game, Steve's like, "Well, I guess I got it wrapped up. GG." Oh. And then the player came back and he's like, "Oh no!" He was still 30 points ahead, so it didn't matter. But it was Mahomes. When Mahomes had that.
The injury.
Yeah. Which, by the way, this Mahomes guy, he does it for attention, right? The whole hopping off the field and people carrying him on their arms, and I mean, it's a little over the top dramatic, isn't it? Are
you saying he belongs on a soccer field?
I don't. Nothing to gain from it, right? It's not like he's trying to, it's not like he's trying to get a yellow card or anything. He threw a touchdown, but then he hops off the field on one foot, writhes around in pain. He's holding on to the 2 trainers. They're carrying him off the field. Usually with something like that, you don't just come right back into the game and play. And some people might say, "Oh, well, look how tough he is. He came back." I say the opposite. I say, "Well, look what a pussy he was. He fucking stubbed his toe and fucking acted like his fucking leg was broken. What the fuck is that?"
I didn't get to see it. I was working, so I didn't see it happen. But I was surprised with all the threat, all the text thread was text about, and then he came back in right away. I was like, "Oh shit!" Seemed like a lot of hubbub about it for him to be right back in it. But
this isn't the first time he's done that. He's done that. I mean, I remember the playoffs, not last year, but the year before. We were all convinced. I mean, he hopped off the field and we were like, "Oh shit, Mahomes is done for the year. He's not going to be able to play anymore." And then he came back in that game too. So he has a history of doing this. He's a little over his injuries is all it is, I think.
Over dramatic. Do you think there's games?
He's a diva. Is that what you're saying? Diva?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Dude, I guess he kind of has a little bit of clout built up. I mean, he's been doing it long enough, and I don't know. I don't like the dude. I love watching him play. I think he's a jackass, but I love watching him play too.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's basically Michael Jordan, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's the closest thing in sports that we've had since Jordan. I don't know that there's been anybody really
Well, he's
close
nowhere
to
near as athletic as Saquon Barkley.
Well,
Well, no, in
Ninja
football,
skills on that
obviously,
motherfucker. Ninja skills. Fuck.
yeah, every position's different. But when I say that, I
Yeah.
mean the clutch, the winning,
Yeah.
the way that every time Mahomes steps on the field, especially in overtime,
Yep.
everybody just goes, oh, he's gonna win, right? There's just never any doubt that Mahomes is gonna win. And it's very Michael Jordan-esque. You know?
Well, you have to, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it on sports radio this week. You have to go for two at the end of that game. You have to go for first downs. You can't ever give them most of the ball back. Like there's just different rules when you're playing them at the end of the game because you're so scared of what he can do with so little time. Just puts him in a category that nobody else is in. So it's amazing.
well, Brady used to be in that category. He used to
Different. Lamar's getting there. He's in it now, I think.
Brady
Lamar.
was totally in that category, man. He used to fear him in the last 2 minutes of games. You give him the
Mhm.
chance to come back,
Yeah.
and he was
You're
automatic
right.
almost.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's those elite guys. You know, you used to think that's. I mean, I think honestly, you throw Peyton in that category as well. Although Peyton used to kind of put people away pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Early.
Unless they played man to man.
Early, I
They
mean.
couldn't fucking do anything.
Wow. Let's go back to the league real quick, just because I'm looking at the standings in our main league, and I'm looking at Jeff running away with this thing at 8-1. You know, Josh, everybody in the Hoagie Yogi is kind of close up. You know, there's fourth in Ashes. Who's that? Who's fourth in Ashes?
That's
Is that
me.
you? Is that your new
Yeah.
name? You keep changing it every week on me, dude.
You remember the saying, a well-timed name change could help you go on a run.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to, brother, every week.
Yeah. That division's pretty close. And I mean, the other two divisions are pretty much identical, actually, almost. But what do you guys think about Jeff's chances right now? Are you liking him going towards it? Hey, and also, when's the trade deadline for this league? Those are two questions all at
The
once.
trade deadline is going to be right before we go into division play. So that's going to be after week 14, right? Division weeks are 15, 16, 17. Wait, that's wrong.
Wait,
those
I
are
thought it was
playoff
sooner
weeks.
than that. That's good. That's good news. Good.
16, 17. So division play 14. So the trade deadline is going to be right after week 11.
That's like next.
So next week.
That's next week.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Okay, it is that.
Oh,
soon,
shit.
Then. Okay.
Yeah, between 11 and 12. That's
I think Nathan's having the worst connection today. It's driving me
No,
insane.
I already got a warning. It's me.
Oh, it's you?
Yeah, my internet said it was unstable about 10 minutes ago.
Here I am blaming you, Nate.
I
Sorry.
thought it was Nate too until it said it was me.
Oh.
I just knew it wouldn't be a professional podcaster like you doing it, and never like to blame myself.
I'm trying not to look at the division races because, like you said, Ben, it's so close. Two of the divisions are so close, and then there's another division that doesn't seem close at all, right? So typically when I go to the standings, I'm looking at the tab. You just go look at that playoff race. And, and the thing that stands out to me is that Matt is currently in the playoffs at 4-5. And then the very last place team, you, is 3-6. So the very last place team is one game out of a playoff spot.
Yep.
And so, yeah, now there's more than one team you have to leapfrog to get up there, but
there's 10.
Everybody should feel hopeful at this point that you have 5 games to go, and whether or not you win your division, everybody has a chance to win a wild card spot because there's 3, right?
And fuck, I got to play Jeff again. Fuck,
Jeff,
I'm coming for you.
What I was just gonna say is I told you guys a few weeks ago that I was looking to trade McCaffrey because I didn't want to find myself 3-6 when McCaffrey came back. Now, the reports came out today. McCaffrey had practiced all last week and he practiced again today, and he's feeling no setback, no pain. So that's the good news, right? McCaffrey's back. The bad news is McCaffrey's back. I'm 3-6, and guess who I get to play this week?
Jeff.
So the way I'm looking
pulling
at
for
it,
you, Nate. Pulling for you.
Although I'm still only a game out of the wild card, I expect that wild card team to be at least 500, right? Typically, there's 12 teams, the 6 playoff teams are better. So losing a 7th game is almost a death knell. There's no way to lose a 7th game, and that starts this week. I basically have to win out, starting with Jeff.
That's tough
Have
because
fun.
I just lost to him last week and it wasn't fun. Yeah, maybe me and you need to be really, really active this week in trade offers.
You too?
That's yeah, both of us. 3 and 6
Wow.
teams.
I sent you a pretty good offer last week, and you didn't even respond to me. So
I thought about it. I was thinking about it. And I should have pulled the trigger on it, but I didn't.
well, there was 2.
What was
Where I
it?
was
Well, the
sending
second
back-
one was garbage, bro. You're trying to give me Jatavion Wicks for fucking
Don Tavian.
As Matt says, this is a jumping off point, Ben. I was saying to you, I actually sent you a text and said, "Hey, I'm looking to get Mason as an insurance policy for CMC. Is there any receiver on my team you'd be interested in?"
You did
reply to me.
not you did not ask me that. Receipts.
exactly what I asked you.
Receipts.
Oh, I'll show you right now.
You did not
So
ask
I
me,
asked you,
is there any
you'd be
receiver?
interested in?
I don't
You
think you
did not
did.
reply.
Ben,
So
pull
then I
up yours
sent
too.
you-
I want to see if he changes the wording. All right, come on. Angles. Let's see it.
No, he's
So then
probably
I
right.
sent you.
He's
So
probably
then I
right.
sent you my worst receiver for Mason, and you didn't reply to that either. Now, yes, of course, I didn't expect you to accept for Dontavian Wicks, but at least go. I don't want Wicks, but I would take who? Another receiver, maybe.
Yeah. Is there anybody you
So
would
did
have
he
given
say
me?
it? Did he say it?
No. He said
It says right here, take a look at my roster and let me know what you'd want from Mason. You might as well get something for him while he still has handcuff value.
that's what he said.
Isn't that
That's
exactly
close.
what I
That's
just said?
close.
I
That's
said?
close.
It's
All right, I'll give it to
close.
him.
It's
That's
close.
close. I'll give him the
Not pick
yeah.
your receiver that you want for Mason is not what you offered.
Well, no, it's not pick whatever receiver you want. I'm not giving you my best receiver.
Well,
for Mason.
obviously you're not
It
your
was-
best receiver, but you offered me. Would you have, if I would have asked for Waddle, would you have given me Waddle?
Has he had
I don't
one
know.
double-digit game this whole year?
He's had like 2 or 3.
He's had 2 or 3, and his quarterback just came back and
Brutal.
they're still
I got him
last
an
week.
Empire.
Although he got a
He's killing
touchdown
me.
in the 4th quarter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which was nice.
Yeah.
We don't need to do
I don't
this
know.
right now, but the whole point is I need to be active this week. So do you. Both of us need to be active.
Ben, be active.
Yeah.
I do too.
If we want to take a chance at making this playoff run, we got to win out, both of us. So
Yeah, the bad news for me is that every time I try and trade for a player, and then the person I'm trying to trade with says no, that player that I try to trade for always ends up getting hurt for the season. Like I was very close to trading for Ayuk right before Ayuk got hurt, and I was
So
very
you're saying
close
you're
to
having
trading.
good luck?
No, well, I guess it is good luck.
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
great luck,
and
dude.
you're
saying no.
avoiding the you're
Like,
avoiding
it's the
the
best.
yeah you're avoiding it. So
You're like, no, shit, I should have got the hurt guy. Of course you got a great. That's great luck.
There was
wait,
also
maybe
the
Christian
what was the guy Ryan was
McCaffrey.
trying to give me the Saints wide receiver.
Well, the Christian
we were close-
McCaffrey thing happened first, and then you almost yeah, and then you
Yeah.
offered me a trade this week for AJ Brown, and I should have
he got hurt.
fucking, and then he got hurt, and I should have fucking
He's
accepted it.
practicing. He's back.
Oh, he's
fine.
back. He's fine. He'll be okay. He's playing. He's playing this week.
'Cause my bid was a lot lower in guillotine before I saw that.
Yeah. No, he's
Well,
definitely.
Ben, what we need to do is let's see how CMC and AJ Brown look this week. And if they both look like they're back and there's no health concerns, I think that's a simple swap because I'm very deep at running back and you need a running back. And,
I
we
say,
could
why
make
wait?
that swap.
I say, why wait? Let's just do it now. Blind.
Right now.
Right here.
Right now.
Send me the trade. I'll make that
Nate,
trade
you
right
got him on
now.
the hook, dog. Now or never.
I wanted AJ Brown last week when I was playing against Bobby. That's what I wanted.
But you need him this week against Jeff.
That's true.
Good
Let's-
sell, Ben. Good
Yeah,
sell.
see, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Well,
like
we'll talk.
this.
We'll talk.
Probably not.
No, I'm most likely not. But we should. We should talk because honestly, that would make sense. Our two teams trying to help each other win at least one more game this season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You guys may want to save your bullets for the loser bowl, though.
we might be
We're going to be
facing.
facing each other in the loser bowl.
Yeah.
Tonight is, do I want to play against Christian McCaffrey in the loser bowl? I don't know that I do.
I don't
No,
know.
you don't.
I think you do. I think it's in your heart. You want to feel that challenge. You know what I mean? You don't want just an easy road. Who wants an easy road? You want to, challenge yourself, Nate.
Ben, we did promise each other we'd never be in the dress again. I'd never, period. You never again.
Yeah.
So do what you have to. Do what you have to keep that promise to me.
I'm doing my best. You see,
Yeah.
I'm selling right now. I'm in here.
Were you in the Ben? Were you? I don't remember you in the dress, Ben.
Baseball,
What were you?
wasn't he?
It was baseball dress.
Yeah. I just remember using a dress one time. I
think it was
right?
baseball. I think it was
Yeah.
baseball dress.
And that's when we said no
and
more.
whoever
no more
bought the
Conroys
dress,
and dresses.
whoever bought the dress for me, bought the smallest one, and it didn't even fit me. That was the problem. That's why you don't remember it, because it barely fit me.
The dress is small.
It was too
The dress
small.
is too small.
It was too small.
Boobs make people fat.
You should have got me a moo. I think we should try and find an old tiki room dress, and that should be the punishment. Oh wait, we're not doing dresses anymore. That's right. Forgot.
Well, it can be a dress, like you could be a tiki room person.
There it is. That's how we get around that.
Yeah.
Any character from the tiki room would be good.
Yeah. You know what? They don't wear those outfits anymore. It was so disappointing. I was just at Disneyland. All the outfits are different. The Raps now, they wear like pants and like some weird like top and stuff. It's not like the cool outfits that we used to wear, the jeans.
Well, you know why?
Why?
You know why is because they actually they don't have costuming on site anymore. They have to bring their costumes home.
Yeah, which is so weird
to bring home.
That's dumb.
Like a pair of khakis and a
it's very weird to see like a haunted mansion person sitting at the bus stop waiting for the bus. You know?
Wait, they get to wear them home?
Yeah.
I've never. Well, you would think they would have to, right? I mean,
well, I thought maybe they would. Yeah, I don't know. Like that's like seeing a character out in public. Like that ruins kids' hearts. Maybe. Like I don't. Just doesn't sound right to me. But
I've definitely seen Mickey Mouse with his head off smoking in Vegas on the strip.
Yeah.
That's so funny, man. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Like, I mean, we talked Empire.
I think we're good, dude.
Guillotine. What else is there to what else is there to break down? Is there anything you got for us, Matt?
What?
I said, is there anything you got for us, like dynasty wise or anything?
No, dude, my teams suck. So for dynasty, I'm still going for number one pick, and I'm still, two less wins than everybody else. I know it's power rankings, but I think I'm good. Anybody need a tight end in dynasty? I got Jake Ferguson. I'd like to get a first round pick for him. Sure.
Oh,
first round pick.
I'm sure you can get that.
That's how trades start, right? We just jumping off point.
Jumping off point. No, I'm good at tight end.
How's that Cowboys offense going to look without Dak over the next? And by the way, I heard today that they're saying they're probably going to put him on the IR.
Yeah.
But they think it's going to be longer than 4 weeks.
Yeah, I agree.
They're saying maybe 5. So,
well, if you remember last
getting
time
towards the end of the season, this might be a season ender, right?
Yeah. But last time Cooper Rush filled in, he went 4-1. I thought he moved the offense well when he came in the second half. Dak's looking like ass. They get Brandon Cooks back this week. I don't think it's going to be worse than it was. So with an owner CeeDee Lamb, I'm kind of excited that it's going to be something different going forward.
That's interesting.
Oh, I see you picked up Trey Lance in the Dynasty League. I had a claim in for him too.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Jerry Jones actually came out and said like Trey Lance get some play before the end of the year. They want to see what they have in him before he becomes a free agent, which makes sense. I mean, I know Cooper Rush was okay last year, but he doesn't have the ceiling that Trey Lance has.
I think if Cooper Rush comes in and wins 3 or 4 games, they stick with Cooper Rush. I think if he goes 1-4, they go to Trey Lance, see what they have. But if they're winning, Jerry Jones' ego is not going to let him put Trey Lance in if Cooper Rush is winning, pretty decisively. And he may not. He clearly may not.
When does
you're talking about
Trey Lance's ceiling? Oh, go ahead, Nate. You're breaking up. What?
Oh, sorry. Matt's talking about wins and losses, but do you guys have any concerns about the productivity of the fantasy players on the team? The CeeDee Lambs, the Jake Fergusons, the Rico Daddles.
The only guy I care about is CeeDee Lamb. He's the only guy I have, and he's going to be hyper targeted either way. So I don't know that his quarterback matters that much. He's kind of one of the elites that just does it.
I'd like to know what the split is when Ferguson and Cooper Rush and you know what I mean? Because I figure with Cooper Rush, he might want to target his tight end a little bit. It's always a safety blanket. But But
their lack of run game affects negatively over the quarterback.
lack of run game. They Rico Dowdle just had a big game for them.
Did he? It just seems like they can't run when I watch them. But okay, maybe I just missed how good Rico Dowdle is.
Yeah.
They did a whole bit.
I never thought I'd say that sentence.
They did a whole bit on the fantasy footballers today, and I haven't looked it up to verify this, but
regurgitate it.
Is one of the top receiving running backs in the league this year, and like they were doing. Who do you think has more receiving yards, this player or Rico Dowdle? And it was Rico Dowdle. Who do you think has more receiving receptions? It was Rico Dowdle. Who has more receiving touchdowns? And so I mean, obviously he's
So somewhat I'm right. They can't run the ball, which is why he's catching so many.
Okay, well, yeah, maybe that is the case. I just know he's being productive.
He can't have more than Kamara, right?
I don't know.
Kamara catches so many. There's no way he can have more than him. Maybe he could, but
no. Kamara's leading, I think, in receptions.
Yeah, I would think so.
Cooper Rush, the time that he started, that you're thinking of, Matt, was the first 6 weeks of 2022. Okay. And so now let's go look at what did CD do the first 6 weeks of 2022. So the first 6 weeks of 2022 is when CD game log 2022. All right, you ready for this? Here we go.
Yeah.
9, 51. Then he had 2 great weeks, 22, 22. And then 10, 12. I would be worried if I had CeeDee Lamb.
They also at that point had an elite running back. So they don't now have an elite running back. I get what you mean. Valid points. I'm just not going to worry about CeeDee Lamb. He is what he is.
Yeah, I mean, you always have to think. Look, the backup quarterbacks the value of the starters is automatically going to drop a little bit because it's not the guy that they're planning. You know what I mean?
And he's a ginger, right? I mean,
is he a ginger?
You got to take that into account.
I didn't know that.
I think he is, isn't he?
I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know the color of his hair.
Yeah, he looks a little gingery. Although I would say the carpet's a little bit more gingery than the.
Oh man,
the carpet's the beard, right? That's
yeah. I was going to ask you where you saw that picture.
No, but I mean,
Rush
we have
fans.
I still have PTSD as somebody that owns Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill in multiple leagues.
Yeah,
about what they look like without Tua this year, right? And I wish that because Skylar Thompson, when he was the starter a few years ago, he started a game for the Dolphins in the playoffs, and he looked good at the end of the regular season. Had a bad playoff game. I think his name wasn't as bad after week 1 or week 2 of this year as it ended up turning out to be, right? So I think I kind of regret not trying to trade Waddle and Tyreek in the leagues that I have them immediately as soon as Tua went down, right? And so I don't know, just something to consider. I don't have CD anywhere.
I've heard a couple of guys say that the reason that the backups in Miami didn't do well is Tua is such a timing quarterback that it's not a big drop, read your offense. It's a 2, 3, 3, 5 step drop, hit him in timing, whether they're open or not. And a quarterback that doesn't get those reps is not going to have ability or confidence to throw those balls when the window isn't wide open. And that's why nobody could fill in for him. I don't know if you heard a different reason, but he's a timing-based offense, sense. And that's what the issue was.
It makes sense. And Dak is more of a fuck it, CD's out there somewhere type of quarterback.
Which anybody can do that, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to roll back to Trey Lance for a second because Nathan, you said something about how his ceiling is still higher than. How do we know
his legs?
No, we don't. And
how do we know his ceiling?
I don't believe that Trey Lance is going to be a successful quarterback. I thought based off of his college tape that he could be, but I've given up on that notion after seeing him play with the Niners. I'm just saying his ceiling is higher because of the physical tools that he has. He's got a cannon for an arm. He's super, he can run. So
he could have those ugly Justin Fields games from a couple years ago.
I mean, potentially
throw for 150 yards and a touchdown, run for 120 yards and a touchdown. That's a fucking great game.
Yeah, potentially. I just, I'm with a guy like that who's traded, never started, played, single, starts every, whatever time, it's hard to like get a picture of his ceiling, you know what I mean? And it's time goes by. It's like, do we really consider this guy to still have that high of a ceiling? If he did, wouldn't he
Well,
be
he's
in
not
the fucking?
Kaepernick's age.
Well, he's what, 26 now? 25?
No, he's younger than
Yeah,
that.
he's young.
24 probably.
Here, I got it right here. He's
He's been in
24
the-
years old.
Okay,
The best thing I can think of that you would say maybe he can still do it is Shanahan and Lynch's belief in him. Now, they had to get out of it when they did. You just had to get anything back for him. But they believed in him not that long ago. That to me is the ceiling that I read until it's shown not to be there because of their belief in him.
I mean, he's not
Yeah, and
he's not out playing Cooper Rush.
Mm-mm.
Cooper Rush has won in this league
yeah,
multiple times.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
enough about the
Yeah,
Cowgirls.
I don't know.
I was just triggered for a
Like
second.
Matt said, he's 20. Was a top 3 pick in the NFL draft. He's got the physical tools. And although he never did it consistently, when he did have flashes of brilliance as a 49er, he showed what those tools can result in. I mean, big long touchdowns, hitting fucking people in stride on a dime. I've seen him do those things, just not consistently. I think really it might, for him in his career, it might come down to he may need a better coach to actually unlock those tools. I don't think Mike McCarthy is that coach. But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he gets another chance with a better coach and a different player.
Take him on to the Ravens.
Is he Sam Darnold? Like,
Sam Darnold looks good.
Yeah, okay. So he's not Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's shown. Okay.
Sam Darnold was way ahead of him coming out of college.
But I'm using
the amount of games they played is so different.
I'm just using him as an example because he was the same kind of thing, right? He like Darnold was a backup, eventually got an opportunity.
We only got a couple minutes, but here's how I see it differently.
Okay.
Sam Darnold was ready to play out of college. He had 36 starts. Trey Lance had 8 in college.
Got it.
Something like that. He had so much more football experience to me. And one's a pocket passer, and you think of him as a processor of football, where one was raw talent, legs. Let's see what we can make him. I don't think there's any comparison between the two of just the stylistically alone and the experience they had.
Okay. Niners.
No, but
go ahead. Sorry. You're on a delay a little bit, so it's hard to.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I think I caught Matt's virus over there because I'm now getting a slow internet connection banner as well.
Sorry, dog.
No, I was just gonna say the Darnold and the Baker Mayfield, the way that they're both looking this year, it has to give hope to players like Trey Lance. Whether he ever achieves that or not, you have to think, okay, there's still a chance. If I find the right situation, the right team, the right playmakers around me, the right coaching staff, my career is not done, especially at 24 years old. So, I mean, that's...
Well, go even farther. Go back to Geno Smith has proven that to people all over again.
Wow, that's a good...
he was the first one that got reworked and started taking off.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good comparison. Or it could be a good comparison.
Could be.
Niners, we haven't talked about them yet this week. They're taking on Tampa Bay this week. What do you guys? How are you guys feeling about that? We got a minute 23.
At Tampa, right?
At Tampa.
I think it'll be high scoring. Should be fun.
Yeah, I think the Niners are going to come out prepared coming out of the bye. And Tampa, I mean, they fight hard, but they're on a little bit of a losing streak.
Well, they don't have any receivers left.
Yeah, I think the Niners win this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see Purdy playing again.
With CMC.
With CMC. Yeah. It's going to be a big game for us in that.
Hey, who's playing better this year, Darnold or Purdy?
Darnold.
Yeah, it's probably. A good. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, he's had more success right now, right?
It's crazy, right? Let him walk. I believe in Purdy. I want him to be the guy, but it's weird that we let him walk after 1 year and he's just taken off. It's like,
I mean,
he kept him pretty cheap.
He has the best receiver. He has one of the best receivers of all time in the league. You know what I mean? Like he's got the guy.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say Purdy doesn't have Justin Jefferson. Never did.
No. But he's about to get CMC, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And that's when Purdy looked his best, right? When he had CMC.
Yeah. The Niners are set for that. All right. Well, fuck.